There are a lot of great quarterbacks in college football this season, probably the best talent we've seen at the position in some time. With the season a month away, I thought it'd be fun to rank the top 50 quarterbacks in college football entering the 2022 season. Before we get to today's video, make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. If you're watching this video, odds are that you love college football, and odds are you aren't subscribed to my channel, so make sure to subscribe to one of the best college football communities here on YouTube. Also, make sure to drop a like on this video as well. It helps out with that YouTube algorithm and helps share the video with more college football fans. Plus, it only takes a second to do. Last week, I ranked the quarterbacks 41 through 50, so today we're going to be looking at the quarterbacks I have ranked 31 through 40. Kicking off our list at number 40 is a quarterback who was on his third destination, former 5-star quarterback JT Daniels. After time at USC and Georgia, he's getting another chance with West Virginia. His last and only full season as a starting quarterback came all the way back in 2018. He appeared in 11 games for USC, where he threw for 2,700 yards with 14 passing touchdowns. He missed the entire 2019 season after suffering an injury in the first game of the year. Over the next 2 seasons with the Bulldogs, he appeared in only 9 games and ultimately lost the starting job to Stetson Bennett. While with Georgia, he threw for 2,000 yards while completing a very nice 69% of his passes. Daniels threw 17 touchdowns with only 5 interceptions. This is his final shot to prove he's worthy of being a starting caliber quarterback, and I think he's primed to have by far the best season of his collegiate career. Up next at number 39 is UTSA quarterback Frank Harris. In 2021, he was named second team All-Conference USA. Harris set UTSA single season records in 2021 for passing yards, completions, touchdowns, completion percentage, passing efficiency, total offense, and touchdowns responsible for. In addition, he rushed for over 550 yards, a program record for a quarterback, along with 6 rushing touchdowns. For good measure, he also caught 3 passes for 36 yards and a receiving touchdown. He had 10 games last year with at least 2 passing touchdowns, while also having 7 games with at least 250 passing yards. Number 38 is Jaden Daniels, who transferred from Arizona State to LSU. He'll have a quarterback battle to win, but I think ultimately he's going to come out as the starter. Daniels was at ASU for 3 seasons, where it seemed like he just regressed a little each year. He was still a solid quarterback, but just couldn't match the season he had as a true freshman. Back in 2019, he threw for 3,000 yards with 17 passing touchdowns and only 2 interceptions. Then, in 4 games in 2020, he threw for 700 yards with 5 touchdowns. But in 2021, he threw for only 2,300 yards with 10 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. Daniels is still a threat on the ground as he rushed for 1,300 yards with 13 touchdowns in his 3 seasons. But it's going to be very interesting to see how he looks against SEC defenses. Number 37 is former Washington State and current Arizona quarterback Jaden Delora. He spent 2 seasons with the Cougars before transferring this offseason. He was named the 2021 Pac-12 Offensive Freshman Player of the Year, after leading the Cougars to a 7-6 record and a berth in the Sun Bowl. He threw for 2,800 yards with 23 passing touchdowns. Delora threw multiple touchdown passes in 8 games and led Washington State to the first Apple Cup victory in a decade. Arizona is going to look like a brand new team in 2022, and I think Delora is going to be able to guide them to their first bowl game since 2017. Number 36 is a quarterback who is still around and at a brand new program. After spending 4 seasons with Nebraska, Adrian Martinez is now at Kansas State. He enters the 2022 season ranked in the top 10 nationally among active players in 15 different categories. He's also one of just 2 quarterbacks in the nation entering 2022 with at least 8,000 passing yards and 2,000 rushing yards in a career. During his time with the Cornhuskers, Martinez played in 39 games with 38 starts. He set Nebraska records for total offense, completions, 300-yard games, and 400-yard games. He's always been solid, but just couldn't seem to get Nebraska over the hump. I think that was more of a Nebraska problem than an Adrian Martinez problem. I think he's going to have the best season of his career with Kansas State. Number 35 is Michigan State quarterback Peyton Thorne. 2021 was his first season as the starting quarterback for the Spartans, and it was a good one. He set the Michigan State single season record for most touchdown passes with 27. He also finished 3rd in program history with 3,200 passing yards. Although the Spartans relied heavily on Kenneth Walker last season, Thorne did a great job guiding the offense. He threw for at least 260 yards in 8 games and had 7 multi-touchdown games. For good measure, he also had 3 games with at least 30 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown. He'll likely have to take on a bigger role in 2022 with Walker gone. There are a number of other really talented quarterbacks in the Big Ten, but Thorne is likely going to be near the top of the list. Number 34 is a quarterback who's been around for a while in Utah State quarterback Logan Bonner. He debuted in 2017 with Arkansas State, where he spent 4 seasons. This will be his second season with Utah State. He had by far the best season of his career in 2021. He started all 14 games and finished the season with 3,700 yards of total offense, the second most in school history. He threw 36 touchdowns with 12 interceptions. Bonner set school records in passing yards and passing touchdowns and ranked 4th in completions and 7th in completion percentage. Bonner finished the season ranked 1st in the Mountain West and 7th in the nation in passing touchdowns per game. He also ranks in the top 20 in the nation in yards per completion and passing yards per game. Coming in at number 33 is Max Johnson, who transferred from LSU to Texas A&M. He quietly put together a very solid career while at LSU. In 2021, he was the full-time starter, appearing in 12 games. He threw for just under 3,000 yards while throwing 27 passing touchdowns with only 6 interceptions. In 18 career games, he's thrown for 3,900 yards with 35 passing touchdowns and only 7 interceptions. Texas A&M could certainly use a quarterback upgrade compared to what they've had the last few years, and I think Max Johnson could be a perfect fit. Number 32 is Memphis quarterback Seth Hennigan. He was one of the best true freshman quarterbacks in the entire country last year. He started 11 games and became the first true freshman to start a season opener for Memphis. He threw for over 3,300 yards with 25 touchdown passes. He finished the season ranked 11th in the nation in passing yards per game, 12th in total offense, 14th in passing yards per completion, 19th in completions per game, and 20th in passing yards. He also led all true freshman quarterbacks in essentially every category. Hennigan emerged as one of the best quarterbacks in the American Conference while being a true freshman. He's likely going to take another step in 2022 and not only have a chance to emerge as the best quarterback in the conference, but potentially one of the better quarterbacks in the entire country. Spencer Sanders is back at Oklahoma State for another season, and he wraps up today's list at number 31. He led the Big 12 in total offense and total offense per game in 2021. Sanders threw for 2,900 yards while rushing for 700 yards to go along with 26 total touchdowns. Sanders has 6,900 career passing yards, which ranks in the top 10 among returning Power 5 players. He's one of 2 players in Oklahoma State history to have more than 5,000 passing yards and more than 1,000 rushing yards in their career. In 2021, Sanders tossed at least 2 passing touchdowns in 6 games. With another solid season under his belt, Sanders has a chance to finish his collegiate career in the top 25 in both passing yards and passing touchdowns. Well, that wraps it up for the players ranked 31 through 40. Was there a player you think was ranked too high or ranked too low? Let me know in the comment section down below. Before you guys leave, make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. If you love college football, then this is definitely the place for you. Also, make sure to drop a like on this video as well. It helps out with that YouTube algorithm and helps share the video with more college football fans. Plus, it only takes a second to do. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.